Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's update. We need to see more and know where exactly we are going. And it's very important. I think the direction that the trade is going to make, the immediate direction, the intermediate, and the long-term direction, it's the key here. And that is what will guide us. Now, we are going to work from the lower time frame and see what the bigger picture would look like. Okay. Now, let's see into the immediate structure here. We are taught that this could actually be the end, which is 5, and that we are coming down either to do a bigger correction or to change the trend. You know, at first we've thought that 3 could be here, 4 could be here, and this may be a 1 of 5 and a 2 of 5 that has disappeared. Now we have seen clearly the price had been able to cap the bottom here. But having said that also, the way and manner that this wave had formed suggests that this is highly corrective. It is highly corrective except something give here. But we need to realign ourselves and how to make the best out of this trade. So now I can tell you that this is with 3, 4, and this is big 3. So we have seen the end of a big 3. And why do I think we have seen the end of a big 3? There are things that are aligning for me. This is US dollar index. Now, if we bring out our RSI, look at the height of RSI here that correlates with the height of 3. This is 1 hour time frame. If we go to the 4 hour time frame now to look at that height, so we can see that, yes, the height tells us at 3.3, that was where we got the highest height. That's 4 hour time frame at 3.3, and at 3.4, we saw what we got. And the 3.5, which is very indicative of a loss of momentum. We can see the height here, and what we got here, there's a deviation here. So there's a deviation to the downside now, that which means we are losing momentum. So, and it quite agree with that, even on the 4 hour time frame here. So the height of 3 here, which is, so we are seeing this pattern and we are understanding what is happening. So if you go to 1 daily candle now, the daily candle also agrees that at this height of 3 and the 4, internal structure of with 3 itself, the 3 and the 4, we are seeing the height here played, and at the 5th of 3 here, we are seeing the momentum divergence. Okay, so with on the daily time frame and on the 4 hour time frame, we are seeing the same thing. So for now, what we do know is we had finished the internal structure of 3. The third wave is completed. So 1, 2, 3. So it looks much like now we are going to do a wave 4. So, and a wave 4, we're going to take that restriction. This has been 2, this has been 3, and where wave 4 is going to go. So with that said, let me go back to the 1 hour time frame and look at the internal structure. And let's take a close look at what has formed so far. Now, with that, we know that this is 3. The height of the RSI is here, and it had fallen here. So this is typical of wave 5 of 3. So wave 3 is ended. These look so much, because it's corrective, looks so much like a wave 4. It looks so much like a wave 4. Now, in as much as it looks so much like a wave 4, this now is looking like the first part of wave 4. That's the way it is looking like to me. It's looking like the first part of wave 4, that we have a W, the X, and the Y. And this eventually might be a wave A. That is what it's looking like to me. That eventually might be a wave A. And we might see a wave B, the downside, so which the news may cause. So we need to align ourselves what to expect. The news may cause a wave B and wave C also to come later. That is what this is looking most likely. Now, there is one thing I want us to understand, that we are anticipating that this is where wave A will be, and this is where wave B will be, and that wave C is going to walk down here. So that's what we are anticipating. Now, this is structure. The structure on the higher time frame, this is where the structure is, the structure that had to be taken. So the all of these with 5 of 3 is being retraced at the movements. So, which means that we're going to see more downside. Now, when we have a structure break, what do we expect in a structure break? Before you can say that now price is going to continue to go. Well, I believe that we might just have a reaction around this range between here and here, have a reaction, and the price will correct downward and later fall again. And that is what it's looking like. But people that trade structure break without understanding the big structure, trading structure break means that you have to look at when this structure is taken. For instance, if we are looking at this is a structure here. This was going up, and this is a structure here. There is a structure break here at these points. Now we're going to look at the momentum candle that broke that structure. The first structure, when it's broken, most of the time, it's not the best for you to enter. Let's allow another structure created. So this is the second structure that has been created, because you add a structure break here. This is a break of structure here at this level. This is the last structure here that went up here. So this structure was broken here. That's the first structure that was broken. Immediately that structure was broken, you had another structure created. This is the structure. Now, at this point, you had another structure break here. When you are having a structure break, the first structure, the second structure, then you know that the price has held itself either below or above structure. So, which now means that you are sure that what you are waiting for is a correction to the opposite side to pick your order. You don't want to join. You want to pick your order here and continue to follow. Now, this is a very small structure, okay, for day trader. Now, we are now looking at this big structure. Now, price probably will come here, break this structure. If it's going to turn into a bigger wave, as in a 1 and a 2 and going to a 3, the candle that is going to break the structure will be like a momentum candle that will break the structure. First, if you look at the first structure, the first candle that breaks the structure, if it's small, look for the second candle that breaks that structure, because the next candle that appears, if 1 hour candle breaks this structure now, we say, okay, there's a breach or a break of structure. Then you look for the next 1 hour candle. If it's a momentum candle again that held itself above structure, then that has confirmed that we have a structure break. All you can now do is to look for a retest at that structure level before you sell in this case. But now we are talking of structure break. We are talking of structure break and the manner in which that structure is break or rejected. So in this case, if we are entertaining a B, we are already entertaining a rejection. There's going to be a structure break, but the structure will not hold above the break or below the break in this case. And we are going to have a retest, and price is going to come back one more time to now break it, and that for good to come here. So that will be where we are anticipating. So we are anticipating that we are correcting a big fall now. And after that, price will come down again, probably break this to the upside or have a cap here before eventually we have a change of trend. I'm anticipating that it's going to break above really. And after that, we're going to have a change of trend. That is going to take a while, not something that is going to happen immediately. So we are aligning ourselves. So you can see that this is structure that we are anticipating to break. Now looking into the immediate structure here. So we are saying that this is WX, and in trying to understand the Y. So this is like A, B, and a C of the Y. So in trying to understand the A, B, and a C of the Y, the best we can do is to take the A and the B to get a C. So the retracement here is over 61.8. So at least 100 is around this area and 123 is around this area. So we are expecting a reaction within this zone here to have a wave B correction. It will be safe for us if we are selling US dollar index to exit around this area and watch for what price action. And if you want to take a buy, to look for a buy, to get to B. The least B we do is to correct at least 50% of the entire run from here to this place, correct to this point, 50%, and probably stop loss around this area. So which means that price may take this low or not, and before we have the last leg. So that's what it's looking like. Now, a breach of this particular trend resistance here will signify that probably we are done with the internal structure here, and we're ready to go and do a B. So for me, I want this thing to probably breach this, touch 100, and if not, probably come to 123 here, extension. So, of course, to get the extension A, B, C at 100 or 123. That's how we came about that. Now, looking at the DXY is the same. It's the same on the DXY because we have to see how everything is coming together and aligning. So we can see that we are seeing a break out of wave 3 now, proper here. If you look at US dollar index again, if I go to 4-hour time frame, For the first time, we are seeing a break out of that structure. So that's the first thing that you'll see, that we are done with this entire run. For the first time, aligning from the origin to the end of what we assume to be or presume to be 3 now, we are having a break here. But this break is temporarily come here, go down to retest, and bounce back to get to 4. Now, this is the 38.4, and this is 50 for this 4. If 50 is taken, then you know that it is not a 4 anymore. It's a bigger, probably wave coming down. So that is what you should anticipate. But for now, we are anticipating that it's going to be a 4 based on what we are seeing and counting this structure now. So we are done, and that is what we can see. So there's a break of the structure, and the same had happened on the DXY. On DXY. So we are saying that the same had happened on DXY also here. So the old structure of 3 is, because we have to connect to the origin, and 4 here to give us the channel. So we are breaking out of the channel now. So, and the old of, we are about doing 4 and go back into the channel again to finish 5 before we run down. So that is the direction that we are anticipating now. So it's the same going back to the 1 hour on the DXY is the same thought. On the DXY, we can see that it has kissed that level. So it is not a 1-2 anymore. Like I said, this is 4 of 3, and this is 3 of 3. And I believe if we look at our RSI here, it's going to give us something similar in terms of course, we expect 3 to hit here. So which is what we are plotting. So if we want to bring out the RSI, let's see. Sorry, the RSI. Yeah, the RSI for 3, you can see the height here on 1 hour. So if we go to 4-hour time frame, let me take the drawings out for us to see clearly. 4-hour time frame. 4-hour time frame. So we can see that's the height here, the highest height here for 3, and for a clear divergence to the downside, you can see a divergence. So if you take it, you can see that divergence here. Okay, you can see it's clear. You can see it's clear. Okay, you can even leave it there. So it's clear that we have that divergence already. And on the daily time frame, yeah, it's the same. So you can see the height of 3 here and the 5th wave here. So we are correcting with 4, big 4 now. If you look at euro dollar, US dollar, so it's going to be the same on the other side. Now, so we can see that this is 3 here, which coincide with this here, and the 5, this is 5 here, which is a divergence. So we can see that divergence on the daily. You can see that divergence on the daily. Now on that to the other side. And so if we look at 4-hour, so that has confirmed a momentum shift now. But the momentum shift is actually very corrective, and you can see it here. It's the same thing here. You can see it, and that's the 3 here, and that's the 5th 5 of 3, which went down to finish. So we are doing a 4. This is just the A part of 4 that we are doing. So it's becoming clearer to us that that's A of 4 that we are doing. So going into the drawing now to see what exactly has played out here. So what has played out here is this. We can see that this is with A of W here, and this is ABC of with B here, and we had a C. So for me, it's not likely that to be a 1 and a 2 to the upside. I don't see this that we are ready to do a big way to the upside. It's highly corrective. You know, we had this thrust down, which is with 5 thrust down in a flash, and we are done. We are taking that, and we capped the structure on DXY. It's just a fringe to be broken on the US dollar index is already broken here. And if you are seeing this and you are seeing this reaction, oh, you call it a rejection, and what you are expecting that the price is going to be falling from here because of this, you say it's a rejection. But the way, when you understand wave and fib relationship that you expect, you still expect that this is going to come up again and probably take up this place and before price come down again. So that is what we are seeing here now. So this is 1 hour time frame. So let me explain A, B, and a C of a W here. So of a W here. So we saw an X, then A, B. So we joined this trade at exactly the B. Of course, we never knew it was going to be a B. We were thinking that it was going to be a 3-2. If this had been corrective, like a 1 and a 2, we thought it was going to be a 3-2. But the way this one has been going up now, it's very corrective to the upside. So this looks like an A, and we are doing a C, A, B, and a C, and it's corrective. So because it's corrective, it's looking like this is a 1 and a 2 here, and we are still going up to finish up. Now, I still see this potentially breaking the top again to kiss this area of 100, and we should be looking for a sell order. I think the news is going to cause all of that to happen for us to have a sell. That is what I can see. And when you're having that sell, you must know that the sell is just a temporary to correct the entire run from here to where we will get this action or reaction around here to come down. So what is it going to look like? So we have a W, A, B, C of W, and X, and A, B, C of Y. So getting where this Y is going to be, it's another thing entirely because of the way they have manipulated the structure here to have a 5 and a 5 to the upside. And this is behaving this way. If you take your measurement from here, from the origin of the W to X, the 100 had been taken. So I want to teach you something because I want to teach you something so that you see. The 100 has been taken, so to W to X. So the 100 had been taken here, and the price is not respecting it because of what you're saying, so manipulation. And this is 123, so you will think the price will get to 123 and bounce off 123. This may actually hit 127 or go beyond it, and so you are confused. You don't know what is happening anymore. So you have to probably look at the immediate Y structure for a clue. And if you get any reaction around that fringe, then so the clue now is to now take this as an A of Y, B of Y, and look for at least 100. So if you're looking for at least 100 of that immediate structure, so from the origin of A of Y to the end of A of Y to B. Yeah, to B. So if you do that, we'll see our 100 around this area. So our 100 around this area and our 123 around this area. So we should be seeing our blue box around this area. So it may get to this point, but I think desirably, this is the area we should be expecting reaction now. Price may take this and go a bit up. It might not take this area, but we should be getting a reaction for downside here. So that is what we can do. So if we don't get that 100, we'll probably get it around this zone. Around this zone. So, and that way, it would have now confidently broken structure on the euro dollar as well. It has not broken it now. The trend, the big trend resistant here, you can see, unlike you saw with the other ones. So that is what I still believe, that this one is going to take up this top again and confidently break this, but it won't hold. It won't hold. Then they will come back to do a B. Now, the overall view now, the overall view of this is such that we want to see how price is going to break this trend support. At the break of this trend support, be sure that this wave is ended. Once you break this trend support, this wave is ended and you are coming to do a big B. And that big B should give us at least a 50%. Should give us at least a 50%. This is 100. And this is 123. I don't see anything breaking this point now. Price may not even break out of this zone. So before we do that big correction. So now, if we get a reaction there, so we want to correct the move from here up to this level. So if we get that reaction, so we should be correcting at least a 50 from here to this point. If we get a reaction at 100, and this will be a 50 at this place. So this is the place to say you want to exit your sell temporarily. And this is where we're going to be looking at 61.8 is, I think, your stop loss to buy again will be below here. So we have entered at this point. If you're not careful to exit here, price may come take you out and you are confused, because we entered around this 273, around this area. Yes, around this area. We entered around this area to buy. So price may not stop here. Price may come here, take the low. Once it took the low again, price may go up. So this area might be an area where you can just probably put in your stop loss if you are buying again to go to C. So that will be a decent pull, but we don't want to miss anything that we have probably achieved here. Maybe about 3 pips below this point, we can have our TP. Watch for what price is going to do then to climb up again. So we may plan to sell this, and if price breaks beyond here, so let's look for price action around this area and come down again to have at least right to the downside. That is what it's looking like. But of course, that is my submission. We'll see how structure will form. We can still have like about 93 pips to the downside, close to 100. If it works out like that, then ultimately, ultimately, what we now do next, let's go instead of a 4-hour. What we now do next, ultimately, is to now correct here. This might now be A, and this might be B. So let's just do that. We are looking at this being an A, to have a B, to have a C. So this is going to be like an endurance thing. You have to endure. So an A might be having an A around this area. Then the B around this area. Then back C around this area. So from, this is 2 up here. This is 2 up here. So the retracement, this is 38 and this is 50. So we should be picking a reaction 4 to cell wave 5. So of course, we're going to break out of the trend, then come down to cell wave 5, then now probably change the entire trend. So that is what we are expecting. And that, of course, when it comes down, I expect it to break below here, probably tick this point of 50 or go more down to tick 61.8 to the downside before we go up. So we should be ready for anything. I've talked about how many directions now. I've talked about how many waves that I'm predicting now. I'm going to end now. I'm going to end now. So we have talked about how many waves now. So this is wave 1 to the upside. Wave 2 is going to come. That's the second wave, which we must be able to, if we get a reaction here, we'll take the second to the downside. Then if you get a reaction, we go again to have a C. And if you're going to have a C may be divided into 3 parts, A, B, C as well. And that's the last C will be impulsive. Or they can decide to make it an impulse right away from B to give us an impulse. The way it's going to go, we don't know. We're going to figure all that out. We are going to figure that out. But this is where the area we are expecting at least C to get to before we begin to come down again to do wave 5. So with that, I've come to the end. Oh, before saying I've come to the end of this, that is also aligning with, it's aligning well with what we are going to get on the gold. Since we are seeing this now potentially as wave 4, and wave 4 is not close to being completed at all because, well, again, because this is highly corrective, I do not see that coming here, we're going to have run wave 5 to the downside. I don't think so. We might just, because it's highly corrective here, we might just see an A, B, and a C. Let's look at gold, where gold is. Looking at where gold is, this is spending a whole lot of time here. So this is still running the internal structure of wave 4 of this particular stuff. I think it may have done a wave 4, it may be running a wave 5, probably cap this point before going down as a wave. That means 4 of this structure, a 5, then coming down again as a wave 5. So we'll see how it plays out. If this one begins to break structure to the downside, we might be probably having a look at our Euro USD. If they want to finish it quickly, then once we get a reaction, around this place, we are going to see the way and manner this is going to, if it's coming down in 5 waves, then it's going to be like we are doing a wave 5. If it's coming down in 5 waves to this point, then it might be a wave 5. We are going to look at it. But if it's going to go up again, we'll see how it bounces back here. All right. Good luck.